Second chances still.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another night of the Bar Down Podcast. Today, we are going to recap Day 3 wildcard results, as well as let you know our predictions for Day 4. I am ready to get into it. Marvel Man, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right, let's jump right on into it. So if we go on over to the spreadsheet here, we can go ahead and see, starting off with our high round matches, we had Semper 4-3ing SSG, so we got to correct those in our predictions here. We had SSG actually 4-2ing Semper, so we'll fix that. Real quick while I do that, your thoughts on the game, Marvel Man?
It was tough. The audience knows Space Station is my team, and it really bummed me out to see that they lost. But you know, Semper is a good team, and we talked about how we were sleeping on them. And when they can go out and they can really just show what they can do, I mean, they deserve the win. For sure they do. And I hope some, good things come out of the round 4 matches for them.
Yeah, absolutely slept on Semper. I said it each round, and I did not learn my lesson. And now Semper has moved on to the main event, so congrats to the Semper boys. We'll see the SSG boys more tomorrow, and that was surely a crazy series. Moving on to Carmine Corp versus Optic Gaming. Carmine Corp actually ends up sweeping Optic Gaming 4-0. I had them going 4-1, but I feel pretty good about that. So I'm actually going to pass it off to Marvel Man, who said Optic was going to 4-1 Carmine Corp.
Did I say that? I don't remember that. I don't remember. Yeah, no, I totally said that. I mean, I don't know. Something about how Optic played yesterday really had me optimistic, and I like optimistic. See what I did there? Anyways, I just felt it. I felt it, and things just didn't go the way they were. But that's what makes this all fun, right? It's all predictions. It's all for a laugh. So, they're out, but they're not, dead. They still got some competition here. They're going up against who are they going up against? Who are they going up against?
I can check it out for you. They will be up against Renegades tomorrow.
Renegades, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, so we're up against Renegades, who actually did fairly well today. So, everything's up in the air. If they can get their deal together, I think they might have a higher chance tomorrow.
Absolutely. In the battle of the blue wall versus the green wall, it was the blue wall and Carmine Corp that came out on top, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But moving right along to our mid matches here, we had version 1 versus Veloce, and as we can see, version 1 demolished Veloce 4-1. So we got to fix that. I had them 4-3, Veloce 4-3ing version 1. Version 1 came out to play today. Definitely recovered from the tough loss they suffered to SSG yesterday. Calm and the whole version 1 squad looked a little off tilt, but the refresh on the new day, they came back strong, took care of Veloce, albeit with a sub, but really showed their dominance. Any thoughts, Marvel?
Yeah, I was pulling for Veloce. I will admit, version 1's a great team. So I'm always pulling for the underdog, as I've always said before. And Veloce actually came out and they did fairly well. They kept up really well with version 1. I believe we saw that one game, which I believe that was game 2, maybe game 3. I can't remember, but they definitely gave version 1 a little bit of competition in the beginning. Just version 1 came out, they did just a little bit better, and so they got the win, 4-1. So it was good stuff.
Absolute. Moving right along here, Team Secret versus Renegades. We can see Renegades 4-1 Team Secret. And again, we had Team Secret 4-3ing Renegades. So another one we were quite a bit off on. Renegades OCE coming to play, really proving to me, honestly, that they are a little bit more legit than I was giving them credit for. And perhaps Team Secret is a little less legit than I was giving them credit for. Because I actually had them beating Semper in round 1 as well. Do you have any thoughts, Marvel, on that matchup?
Yeah, Renegades absolutely just slapped me in the face. I mean, I was not giving them any mercy. The past couple times we've made some predictions, and I was talking about them yesterday. I was like, yeah, Renegades are a great team, but I'm going with Team Secret anyways, and they showed me up. They actually took it to the ballpark today. They played real well. Excited to see what they can do tomorrow.
And this next one pains me just a little bit. I had ON Esports 4-1ing Dignitas, and as you can see from the official results, it went the other way. Dignitas 4-1ing 0-1 Esports. Dignitas hitting the regain after a tough loss yesterday, getting swept by Optic Gaming. Today, they take it to one of Middle East's bests. Thoughts on this one, Marvel?
Yeah, Dignitas is a great team, and I think, honestly, we had pretty good idea about them in the beginning. We had them winning up against the Gladiators, which mean they're the Gladiators, but they're a great team, and they all individually play well. Sometimes it's more about a team chemistry than a individual player chemistry, but the Dignitas are an individual and team chemistry that they have, and so they really just showed O1 Esports how to get it done. So yeah.
And concluding our round 3 matches, we had the Club 4-2ing KCP, and we can see, ding ding ding, ladies and gentlemen, we finally got one. The Club coming to play South America number 2, showing up, or is Club South America's number 3, I believe, against the OCE number 3 of Pioneers. I know my boy Audacity is going to be a little bit upset about this one because he thought KCP could make a run all the way to the championship, and now tomorrow KCP is going to have to win back-to-back matches just to qualify for the main event. Any thoughts on this one, Marvel?
Yeah, I think just like Semper, I think the Club is close to being a slept-on team. Now, they came in, to the first round, and we talked about it. Maybe they're a little bit jet lagged. Maybe they're a little weird. Maybe something was going on with them. But they have won their matches pretty well. They 4-0'd Bravado, which, now I'm saying that. Maybe that isn't that great because seeing how Bravado played today, I don't know. They definitely deserve 4-0 on them. That's regardless. But the Club, they got 4-2 on the Pioneers. And, I mean, the audience was saying it. Audacity, that's his name. Audacity was saying it. We were saying it. Pioneers is a well-established team. And so for the Club to go out and beat them is really something.
Club definitely making a statement. We hope to see them continue that statement tomorrow. But moving on to our round 3 low matches with everything on the line. We had tournament lives at stake today. In the first one, Tokyo Verde, now the Senbei Strikers, taking on Bravado Gaming. And boy, oh boy, do I want to glance right over this one because the Senbei Strikers 4-1ing Bravado Gaming. Tokyo Verde, unless I am mistaken, in all of the majors this entire year, did not win a single game. And throughout the Swiss bracket to this point, they did not win a single game. And then Bravado just absolutely let Tokyo take it to them. I think we were giving Bravado way too much credit from the very beginning. Do you have any thoughts on this one, Marvel?
Oh, exactly that. I think we did give them too much credit. But we also have to be asking ourselves, what kind of energy drinks is Tokyo Verde drinking? I mean, what do they got over there that is making them peak today? I don't know. I don't know what it was. But they were just all over Bravado. They absolutely just had them. What's the word I'm looking for? They bamboozled. They did not know what they were doing. So I mean, good for them. They went from the lowest point, and now they're they're going up. So good.
Absolutely, could not agree more. But unfortunately, their tournament lives will end tomorrow. This is going to be the second day in a row of me saying that. So hopefully I'm right by that tomorrow.
Maybe if you keep saying it, they'll keep going.
Our last round 3 low match, we had the Gaming Gladiators beating Orlando Pirates because I thought Gaming Gladiators are the better APAC team. But once again, looks like I have no clue what I'm talking about as the Pirates 4-1'd the Gaming Gladiators. I don't even know anymore, Marvel. I'm going to just pass this one to you. I don't even know.
I want to say yesterday I chose the Pirates, if I remember correctly. Or maybe that was...
I think you picked the Pirates over Bravado.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You had the team screwed up. You were looking at the wrong
Yeah,
bracket.
that's what it was. Anyways, I'm still glad to see that they won. They're a great team. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, they're a great team. Gladiators, it's tough for them. They're not going to be continuing the bracket anymore, but alone, they're still a good team. Hopefully they'll be back next year. But yeah, no, I think Pirates definitely deserved it.
Yeah, at least Tokyo Verde, aka Senbei Strikers, and Orlando Pirates will get to go home with one RLCS bracket win under their belts. That's going to be a pretty funny clip tomorrow when both of them win. Anyways, moving right along here. As you can see by the next point on our spreadsheet here, on the left side of our agenda here, EU starts strong. And this is one of our talking points that we want to talk a little bit about, because today we had the battle of EU versus NA for the upper round 3 high matches. Winner of the series would go through, loser would go home. We had Semper, an EU team, versus Space Station Gaming, an NA team. And then Carmine Corp, another EU team, versus Optic Gaming, an NA team. And in both games, the EU team took it. And I would argue pretty convincingly. Semper, that one was a tight series, but I think Semper did look like the better team the entire time. Marvel, any thoughts on this EU-NA rivalry?
It's a strong one. Like they're at each other's heads like all the time, and it's straight entertainment. It's a great watch. It's fun to be rooting for them, and especially I think like the fans behind it too. They are so strong, in not only like in the little Twitch chat, but also in the stadium. I mean, you can just hear them just roaring. And it's crazy because I think they said something about how they weren't expecting that many at the wild card games because, they're just like the wild cards. But it's crazy. There's just so many people. So, yeah, I definitely think this rivalry is it's great. I mean, you always have it in every sport. So it's really great that this came to Rocket League. And like we said, are we going to talk about them as in like maybe they're not going to be more as like impactful, I suppose, but I would say that it is. That now that they're starting to get more rivals and it's starting to heat up now, I think things are going to start picking up for everybody.
Absolutely. And one thing that was talked about a long time for this NA versus EU rivalry was that NA had more depth as you went down your top tier teams. And then as you went down to the very bottom of the barrel, EU started picking up the depth down there. So this kind of mid-tier depth, which is the Swiss bracket, was what NA really took to the bank. And this Swiss bracket, if showing anything, is at least showing that EU is more in shape going into Worlds. And it really begs the question of, it kind of opens up the debate of what is the better region. Because for a while there, early in the fall split, it looked like EU had the better top-tier teams, where NA had a lot of the better mid-tier depth, and then the bottom depth was EU. But now we almost got to flip that a little bit, where some of these top NA teams are taking care of routinely, besides the top 2 EU teams, are really taking care of EU. But this kind of mid-tier with your Semper Esports and Carmine Corp, and even, although they didn't qualify, Team Liquid as of late, really tearing up some of these tournaments, and some of this EU depth really starting to show itself with some of these younger teams. So definitely going to be a fun rivalry going forward throughout the Worlds and throughout future seasons as we go ahead and look forward into RLCS 22-23. But going on to our next point here, this is one I am very, very excited about. Wildcard team win. Amongst all of the wildcard teams still alive, Semper and Carmine obviously qualifying for the main event already, but then you have Optic, Space Station Version 1, Renegades, Dignitas, the Club. 3 of those teams are going to go through tomorrow, and then amongst those 3 that lose, Pioneers, O1, Team Secret, Veloce, and let's be honest, Tokyo and Orlando aren't going to win. Only 6 teams from those round 4 matches and round 5 we'll go through. So amongst all the teams remaining in this tournament, which team do you think has the chance to go through groups, win in groups, make the playoff bracket, and go on a run to win a championship out of the wildcard teams? Who do you think?
Oh, man. That's such like a heavy question. There is just so much his team has to do to make it to that point. But it's definitely doable. There's a lot of great teams out there. You have Simper, you have Version 1, Space Station, Optic Gaming. No, I'm just kidding, not Optic Gaming. But I mean, still, there's a lot of good teams. So, I think personally, it's the sleeper team we've been talking about. The Simper Esports. I think they might have the chance to take it all away. It's crazy. It's crazy. But if they have made it this far, and, you know, not fan-wise, but everybody might have been just sleeping on them. Who knows how far they could go in the Worlds. They could make it all the way. So I'm rooting for them. I think Simper has a very high chance. As much as I like Space Station, everybody knows how much I like Space Station. I think Simper does have a really good chance. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to go Simper on this one.
Semper will be going in as wildcard number 2, according to our Swiss results here. So that would mean they would get Endpoint, CEX, and Group B for their first round matchup. And Endpoint are currently trying to get the RLCS record for most games lost in a row without winning a game. And I believe they're at 16 already. So, that bodes well for Semper. Semper could put Endpoint to break a new record, and it does seem like they will get a preferable matchup. Looking at this now, my sleeper team was actually going to be Carmine Corp. Coming in insane form, looking absolutely phenomenal. But because they did so well, going 12-1 in their games, a game differential of 11, and Semper 12-3 with a game differential 9. That means Carmine Corp is the number 1 wild card, which means they have to play Furia, the number 1 SAM team, and arguably one of the top 4 teams in this tournament for best odds to win it all. Where the second wild card team has to play Endpoint, who's basically a pushover. That's kind of tough. That's unfortunate for the boys of Carmine Corp. But listen, I'm going to say Carmine Corp is going to go in there and they're going to take care of Furia. All right, they're going to take care of them. And you know what? I don't care who this wild card 8 is. I think Moist is going to take him down. And then I think Carmine Corp is going to take Moist and qualify as the number 1 seed coming out of Group A, which will put them right here atop the bracket for the playoff bracket. And I could see Carmine Corp going all the way and taking the World Championships. I don't think it's that crazy of a result to see. I'm really interested to see how these groups shake out, though, as we go ahead and finish our Swiss bracket right on over here. And speaking of finishing our Swiss bracket, let's go ahead and finish our predictions for tomorrow. We're going to have a double dosing of predictions here. We got to predict round 4 and round 5, as tomorrow contains both rounds. Let's start with our round 4 high matches. Optic versus Renegades. Marvel Man, I'll toss it to you to start.
Oh, man. I thought Optic was so good. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I thought they had something up their sleeve. But with how Renegades played today, who knows? And I'm going to look back and see who Renegades has played so far. So they've played Team Secret, which, you know, that's a team that we've been talking about. How good is Team Secret? Right now, who knows? I mean, they've losing some, they're winning some. So we're going to have to see. But Renegades went up against them. Renegades have also played Carmine Corp, which, I mean, we talked about. They're excelling, so is that really a fair match, you know? And then they played Bravado Gaming, which they 4-0'd, which is that really a fair match? So we haven't really seen Prime Renegades until today, which was, again, Team Secret. And I think, honestly, they're pretty good with how they're playing. Now, if we look at Optic Gaming, you know, Optic Gaming, they won their first against Tokyo Verde, which, you know, how much is that saying? And then they won against Dignitas, which is really well. That's really good. But then they lose against Carmine Corp. So, both teams have lost against Carmine Corp. I think I'm gonna have to go with Renegades. I've been, you know, tearing them a new one. I've been tearing them a new one all week. I have faith in them. Optic let me down. Renegades, they let me down, but in a good way by proving me wrong. So hopefully, with Renegades 4-1 against Optic Gaming.
Renegades 4-1. Marvel Man.
Yep.
This is gonna be the game that we disagree on. I'm saying Optic 4-1
No.
Renegades. I think you're overthinking this way too much. Optic absolutely 4-0'd and slapped Dignitas, and I can't ignore that. I know Dig, has been inconsistent as of late, but I think Optic's just on a different level than Renegades. Renegades did perform well against Team Secret, but I think Optic is just on another level. Moving on here, we have Space Station, your boys, SSG, versus Team Dignitas. Thoughts, Marvel? Hello, Marvel Man.
I think we got a little bit of some disconnection here.
Oh,
Hear
there
me?
we go. We got you. We got you back.
All right. Oh, is it time for my prediction now?
We've got the chat. We've got chat
Alright, let's do
going.
it.
Chat is
Alright.
making their pick hard here.
Is it? Are they?
They are indeed. So
Alrighty.
you got to be careful with who you pick.
They say I gotta be careful. They say that, going with the biased team here is the wrong pick. Probably. But no. I'm sticking with my team, regardless of what all the other speculations are going with. I'm going with Space Station Gaming, but I will say that they're gonna get 2 games. So it's gonna be 4-2 Space
4-2?
Station Gaming.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Dignitas is gonna get 2 games on them. I wouldn't be surprised if they went to Game 7 though.
Interesting. Honestly, I think it's going to be worse. I think Space Station is going to wipe the floor with Dignitas. I have been on Dignitas' side for so much of this tournament, and you know what? I'm off it. TJ Drew J in chat saying 6-2. I don't even know how that's going to work, but it's going to happen. Space Station's going to wipe Dignitas out of that damn arena, and that's going to be a very tough one for him. Round 4 high, concluding with version 1 versus the club. I'm going to start here. Version 1, great rebound today. I think they should have been the number 1 seed coming out of the bracket. Unfortunate for them to take that loss to Space Station, but they rebounded today against Veloce. The club, I think, are playing some phenomenal Rocket League. I think they'll give version 1 a little bit of a fight, but not too much. I'll give them 2 wins. I'm saying version 1 4-2.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say too. I think I said it earlier. The club is, I would say, on the same equivalent of a sleeper team as Semper is. I just don't think that they can play to the level as version 1. They're a great team, like you said, but I just think version 1 plays better, and that's just simply it. Which is tough for the club, but it is what it is. And I'm also gonna say 4-2. I think that's good. I think that's a good pick.
All right, moving on to our round 4 low matches. Losers of these matches will be eliminated from the tournament. I mean, Pioneers versus Orlando Pirates. Is Orlando even going to get a game, you think?
Oh, man.
I'm going to say 4-0 Pioneers. I don't think they're getting a game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think 4-0.
All right, and then kind of the same question here with 0-1 versus Tokyo Verde / Senbei Strikers. Again, I don't see Tokyo getting a game. I think 0-1's just going to wipe them out. 4-0.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, easy matches there. But now we have a tough one. All right, Team Secret versus Veloce. Team Secret from South America, Veloce from the Middle East, North African region. Who do you think, Marvel Man? Who do you like in this one?
Man, it's you still got me here? Sorry.
Sure.
Okay. It's tough. I think I'm about to go with Veloce here. Veloce plays well when they want to, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say here. They're very iffy sometimes. They don't go and deliver every time they play, and it's kind of a sad thing to see, because one time you're watching them and they're popping off. I mean, they're absolutely maniacs on the field, and then sometimes they don't come to play sometimes, and it's really sad to see. Veloce is just one of those teams where you just don't know.
Yeah.
But Team Secret, I know how much you like them, but I don't know. I have a feeling about Veloce. I'm gonna say Veloce 4-3, going to Game 7.
Veloce playing with a sub. I've been on Middle East since the fall. I've been screaming, hey, Middle East has some very competitive teams. And you know, DJ Drew J is saying 4-3 Veloce in the chat. You're saying 4-3 Veloce. I as well was also thinking 4-3 Veloce. Now watch as Team Secret absolutely sweeps Veloce tomorrow. But for real, I think Veloce will get it together. I think they'll go to round 5. And I think looking at these round 5 matchups, they're going to run into an absolute buzzsaw. Because kicking off round 5, we have the Club versus Veloce. The Club coming in hot, absolutely dominating Pioneers 4-2 today. Tomorrow we're predicting they're going to lose 4-2 to version 1, but I think they're going to play version 1 tough. I think they're going to come into this match with some confidence. They're going to 4-1 Veloce, punch their ticket to the main event, and Veloce is going to be sent home packing.
I agree.
Alrighty, moving right along. Renegades from OCE versus the O1 Esports from Mina. What are your thoughts here, Marvel Man? I'm curious.
Oh man, why is it getting so tough, dude? Like, yeah, they start out so easy, and then once you start getting down, these teams that you never thought would see the light of day, they come together. Man, I don't even know. I think O1 Esports might take it here.
This just
I'm thinking.
This just in. Live breaking news right here, right now. I have been told by chat, none of this matters because Space Station is winning it all.
I would believe it.
According to chat,
I would believe it. Chat is right.
I believe it. I could see it. In a weird world, I could see it. I think there's some better teams ahead of them, but you know, sometimes it's all about the matchup, and we're gonna actually go through that a little bit in just a minute. But what were you saying, Marvel? What was your prediction for O1 versus Renegades?
Yeah, I was gonna say O1. I'm thinking. I think O1 has a little bit more leverage than Renegades. I will admit, I have not seen the Renegades play a full game. I've not really watched too much of the Renegades playstyle, but I have seen a little bit of O1. I've seen a lot more of O1 than I have of Renegades, and I like what's coming out of O1. So I'm gonna go with O1 on this one. Say 4-2. I'm gonna say 4-2 on O1 here.
Yeah, O1 actually lost 4-1 to Carmine Corp day 1. In day 2, Renegades got swept by Carmine Corp. So that's somewhat a good head-to-head that we have to compare. But obviously, it's tough to really compare. I do think O1 has a shot of making this happen. I think Renegades. Listen, I'm gonna say Renegades 4-2. I want O1 to make it. I want Veloce to make it. I want the Middle East to show out. Oh my gosh, DJ Drew J, I actually didn't read your prediction. Oh wait, you're on the next match. Yeah, I want to see O1 do well. I want to see Veloce do well. Talking about O1 though, I don't know. Renegades have just been... So the 4-1 of Team Secret is what's really throwing me here. Renegades really doing well to take care of business and take care of Team Secret. So I don't know, man. I think Renegades come out on top, but I'm hoping I'm wrong there. I don't think I am, though. Then our final match to decide the final spot of who is going through Dignitas versus OCE Pioneers here. Marvelman, what are your thoughts?
Dignitas.
Dig! He
That's
says
it.
Resoundingly. That's it. What is the series?
I think 4-1. I'm saying Dignitas. Yeah, when Dignitas is up against the wall, that's when they play the best, I think. And so, yeah, that's simply it. I think Dignitas got it. I don't think Pioneers plays to the level that Dignitas does.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Pioneers have played extraordinarily well. So much throughout this event. Dignitas been a little up and down. I think Dignitas, they're going to come into this match a little bit kerfluffled. They're going to be a little bit tilted. They just lost to Space Station. Now the pressure's on. Alright, they're playing the Pioneers, who are going to take care of Dignitas. And 6. I'm saying 6. I almost said 7. I'm saying 6. 4-2 Pioneers. Cat is agreeing with me. Remember this moment. I'm with you. I'm with you, DJ Drew Jet. Pioneers 4-2. And just for funsies, I mean, this is going to mean Optic Space Station version 1 are going through, as well as the Club Renegades and Pioneers. We are going to say goodbye to Dignitas, O1, Veloce, Team Secret, Tokyo Verde, and Orlando Pirates all tomorrow. And this means our main event will look something like this, with Moist playing Renegades, Furia playing Carmine Corp, Space Station versus BDS, and Team Falcons, playing Optic. That's a tough round 1 matchup. Keeping on with Group B, we're going to have G2 playing the Pioneers. We're going to have Endpoint playing Semper. That's an easy one for Semper. FaZe Clan versus the Club. Oh my gosh, if this happens, prepare to see something. Super mechanical team in FaZe Clan. Super mechanical team in the Club. Holy cow, that would be fun. And NRG versus version 1. Oh my gosh, this would be insane. These two in particular would be so much fun. BDS Space Station would be pretty fun. Carmine Fury would be pretty fun. Renegades Moist wouldn't be that fun. And Falcons Optic, I think it'd be tough for Falcons, but I think they do take care of it. I don't think that necessarily has as much fun to it. Same thing with G2 Pioneers and Endpoint Semper. But some really fun matchups here if this all pans out right. But as always, let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. And I almost forgot. The schedule for tomorrow has been released on the A stream starting at 12 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have O1 Esports versus the Senbei Strikers in an elimination match. Then at 12 p.m. we're going to have Team Secret versus Veloce in another elimination match, if I'm correct, yes. We will then have Space Station versus Dignitas in the upper bracket match to see who goes through at 2 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we have our to-be-determined teams because these are all going to be the round 5 matchups, meaning the winners from the B stream, Pioneers versus Pirates, will be playing at one of these times. Optic versus Renegades, the winner of that one will go through, correct? Yes, the winner of this one will go through, and the loser will be playing down here. And then version 1 versus the Club, same thing. Winner is through, loser is going to be going to round 5. So bunch of really fun matches tomorrow. And then for the to-be-determined matches, these will be at 3, 4, and 5 p.m. Eastern. And those will be win and in, lose, and you're going home before the main event. So some really fun matchups tomorrow. I hope you guys are excited as we are. Marvel Man, any closing thoughts?
It should be a good day of Rocket League. It should be really fun. I'm excited to see how our predictions go. And also just how these games go in general. A lot of them seem like a lot of fun games going on. You know, we had a tough time predicting half of them because they're just so tough. So we really don't know what way they're going to go. So I advise everybody goes out and watch them because it's going to be fun. But yeah, get your drops, watch the games, and cheer on your team, I guess.
Awesome. I couldn't agree more. Well, from all of us here at the Bar Down podcast, we thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow where we are going to recap all of the happenings of all the wild card, as well as preview the main event. We will then be off on Monday, as all of our RLCS is off on Monday. And then we'll see you again Tuesday night of next week for the kickoff of the main event of the World Championships. Until then, I have been Vexum. And for Marvel Man, one of these nights you're going to get it.
One of these nights, dude.
One of these nights. We'll try one more time. I've been Vexum. And for Marvel Man,
have a good night, guys.
there we go. Have a good night.